All right, y'all. So thank y'all for bearing with me during these technical difficulties. Okay, they do have visual for it. However, we couldn't get it pulled up. They have since deleted the live. Luckily, I never took it down, so that's why I was able to still play it. So we figured out we had to bootleg it a little bit. Okay, but just a quick rewind. So this is about all of the affidavits for warrants that Judge Murphy threw out, right? Remember, he said, hey, it was too broad. Okay, y'all want all this stuff from up here and all that. He narrowed it down. We went over that breakdown, I think on live when it first happened. I have yet to find the live. We might do it again, but this is important. And I will say this because the last part that the defense, not the defense, the prosecution was saying, if you have all these independent sources, okay, that basically have this information, why are you going so hard to keep the affidavits in or keep the information? Because if your independent sources, Polo, Moretti, if they found all this information, regardless, if you got this phone, all this information in one of the victim's phone, then why are you going so hard? Meaning pushing trials back and stuff, going to the Supreme Court over it. I told y'all from the start, I felt like the new prosecutor, I can't remember her name, that took Bradley's spot. When Judge Murphy denied her motion for more time because she was new to the case, I felt like she took this to the Supreme Court, the appellate court, because she wanted more time. I don't think it has nothing to do with the search warrants needing to be saved because, as they just said, they already have these details per other things that Melly can't contest. I think it was all employed by time. I've been saying it, and I'm really locked into that the conclusion now after hearing that. Because why go through all this if you can still Buckaloo, boom, that's her name. Okay, so I felt like this was the only legal way to get more time after Murphy. Okay, um, denied her motion for more time. Okay, so I just think this is a ploy because if you got all this independent information, now, me personally, I do agree with the defense where they said like it's easy to say, oh yeah, we could have got to this point by ourselves without the search warrant. Yeah, now that you got the search warrant, because we all know, okay, this case was built on moving backwards. Everything from the beginning, everything was moving backwards. I'm pretty sure Polo took what they already had and went from there and built from that. So the foundation of it all is built off of these search warrant affidavits for sure. There's no way in my mind you're gonna say prove otherwise. Now, will the judges, and I'm like we can't hear the audio obviously, but I'm gonna just go back a little bit so y'all can just watch the judges. I'll be honest, the judges at no time showed us any type of anything on their faces. Okay, so I can't tell you which way they was leaning. They had good questions for both sides as they did their arguments. So I can't tell you where they're gonna lean to. I personally, if I was up there, just with what I know and what I heard, I would keep Judge Murphy's ruling as is, especially since the state has already said, well, we have all this without the search warrants. We got to these conclusions without all that. Well, what you here for? You don't need to be here. That's just me. That's just how I feel about it. So yes. So for those who were not here from the beginning, I will clip it down and put it on my page as a video. I do apologize for the hiccups earlier because, like I said, this is my second time listening to it. Okay, because the first time I did a reaction for a video and it was no sound. So that's it. The prosecutor for the case, I believe they saying went on maternity leave. I don't really keep up with her, so I don't know if she had a baby or not. I just know from day one I've been telling y'all she gonna get that time one way or the other. Okay, one way or the other. Dre said the girl is the glue. Once that boy contacted her when he got out on bail, it's why it's tempering. Now they're gonna use her to take the stand. Say yes, she saw the dead bodies. Melly was on the phone. She never told them she saw no dead bodies, though, Dre. Okay. all she will say is that she got a face if it gets to that point, right? And if what she said was true, she will say she was on FaceTime with Melly while he was in the woods, and he told her they got in the shootout. Melly never admitted, and this is based off the case information. Melly never admitted to and what's the girlfriend name? Mariah Hamilton, that he did anything. He just admitted that again they got into a drive-by. Now listen, why will that hurt Melly is because Melly whole defense is he never made it to wherever the shooting. He got out the car. So that would be damaging, right? If she gets on there and said, well, I was on a FaceTime with him. He was in the woods waiting to be picked up and said that, the two victims was dead. Okay. But he never admitted to her about being a part of it at all. All right. So, and that came out in court. Remember, her original police statement was showed at the first trial where we could read for ourselves, and I did a video on it where she never said that Melly said he did anything. He just admitted that something had happened to them, basically putting himself there. So that's that. It's kind of like, again, he got new lawyers, so I don't know what the strategy will be this go around. Hopefully they don't take too long, to come back with a decision, because maybe the trial can move up to 2026 instead of 2027. I will say this, a few of y'all have been hitting me up with links to the victim's dad page. For those who have been around during my Melly coverage, y'all know that man don't fool with me and I don't fool with him, okay? I would never run with none of his information, whether it's right, wrong, or whatever. He do his thing, I do my thing, and it is what it is, okay? So as far as whatever he is putting out in the atmosphere for about Bortlen, hey, it is what it is. Once it hit the courts on record or in a document, I'll go over it. But y'all, please, please. I'm dealing with a lot right now, and like stuff like that just irritates me, okay? Because y'all know when I don't fool with a creator, I don't fool with the creator, even their content. So y'all, please stop sending me that man link, okay? If he's whatever he's saying and y'all enjoy the content on his end, go watch his videos or whatever. I don't fool with that man. I'm not going off of nothing he said, okay? So again, that's all I ask. Appreciate T-Dub. That's all I ask y'all, because I'm just getting too many messages with them links. And this is just not for his links. Y'all know I don't like when y'all send me links at all, because I don't watch other videos, especially about stuff I'm covering, because it will cloud you, right? So again, that's it. Jerry said Bortlen took the plea because he knew that girl gonna take the stand. I think it ain't had nothing to do with that. I think Bortlen took the plea because it was his best bet. Like, it was his best bet. Y'all gotta think about it. Melly already been sitting there for all these years. He basically almost did a decade almost, right? Like, you facing 5 life sentences. You're not gonna get on the stand and testify in your own defense. Why would you take it to trial? Like, it just didn't make sense. Don't be surprised if they warm out a deal with her and she takes the stand. Well, she has to take the stand. She's a witness. She don't need a deal because they're not accusing her of doing anything. So she's on an ankle monitor until YNW Melly goes to trial for the second time. Mariah Hamilton is on an ankle monitor. She has to testify. They doing her like they did her mom the first go around. So it's not a matter of working a deal. She's going to get on the stand regardless. Now, what she's going to say, I don't know. Like I said, at the end of the day, he never admitted to doing anything to her. It's just the fact that she could confirm the FaceTime call that they don't have the record of. She can confirm what he said to her directly because she was a part of the conversation. Remember when her mom took the stand, she was a third party to the conversation. But if Mariah testifies, she actually was the one allegedly on the FaceTime. Okay, so it's one of those things we got to wait. You know what I'm saying? You think we get a appeal result before 2026? I think so. I don't think it will take that long. It could now. It could. But I think, yeah, definitely before 2026. Anything else, y'all? This is just, again, remember, this is what was holding up the trial this go round. This is why the trial possibly is pushed back to 2027. This is why. So now that is out the way, it's just a matter of when the decision will come down. While I'm on, matter of fact, while I'm on this live, even though it wasn't part of it, let me just do it out where I'll clip it down later, because I had a few people about the Lil Durk situation. Um, Dang it. Who sent me? Somebody sent me that. Hold on, give me a second, y'all. Let me find it. Here we go. Shout out to the Twitter community, okay? Thank you, Paradise. I really appreciate it. It's been rough. I've been trying my best though to like get back to content for sure, but yeah, it's definitely been rough. So I do appreciate it. Thank everybody that's been in the comments in regards to the loss of my cousin. My cousin was murdered and left out on the side of the road for multiple weeks while we were around here looking, and but we when we ultimately found her, she was deceased. So I do appreciate all the support with it, because boy, it's definitely been something. So I appreciate it. Now, I don't know. Let me see if I can blow this up a little bit. It's on Twitter, so what I would say, okay, because y'all might not can't read this too clearly, and it's on Twitter. Let me see. So basically, what this is that stipulations regarding requests for continuance of trial date and findings of excludable time periods pursuit to speedy trial. And it basically says that some people on Durk's case are wanting to postpone trial from October 14th to January 20th, 2026. Okay. Um, this is a little bigger. So it's a number 10. It's a defendant Banks does not join in stipulation to continue the trial in this manner. Nonetheless, the stipulating parties agree that pursuant to 18 U.S.C. blase blase, the time period from the date the stipulation is filed to January 20th, 2026, exclusive constitutes a reasonable period of delay for defendant Banks, who is joined for trial with co-defendants as to whom the time for trial has not run and no motion for severance has been granted. And even if Durk's lawyer, now again, this is just how I feel about it. Even if Durk's legal team files severance, it will get denied, in my opinion. And the reason why it will get denied is because for them to link it to Durk, they have to have the story to include everybody else, right? So they have to paint the picture with all of them together. So I feel like the judge, based on the argument from the government, will not sever Durk. They tried it in the O Block case that got denied. They're gonna try them all together. And at the end of the day, just like with the YSL case, like regardless if you wanted to speak to trial, if you're a code, they're gonna find a legal way that this is gonna be pushed back. Personally, I feel like it definitely need to be pushed back. Now, again, they may not have so much directly on Durk, but they have a lot on other people. And their teams may not have the top dog lawyers. Their teams may need more time to comb through every piece of evidence, because you never know. It may be that one call that you didn't listen to that may be the nail in your coffin, right? So it say number 11, nothing in this stipulation shall preclude a finding that other provisions of the Speedy Trial Act dictate that additional time periods to be excluded from the period within which trial must commence. Moreover, the same provision and or other provisions of the Speedy Trial Act may in the future authorize the exclusion of additional time periods from the periods within which trial must commence. Meaning, hey, until by law we can't get more time because of the speedy trial, then we'll do that. But as of right now, within our guidelines. So my personal view of it is that yes, indeed, the trial will be pushed back. It won't take place next month. That's how I feel about it. we'll find out once a ruling comes out about it. Like I said, I haven't really been keeping up with any content recently. Um, I just happened to see that floating around on the blogs and decided to add it in. I shout out to Bryce and Boom Paul, because that's how I found out about the oral arguments for Melly this morning. So I'm trying to find my way back to content. It's step by step. Eventually, I will be having to deal with my cousin's funeral. I'm actually getting ready to leave in a few to head to the family house, because that's underway. So it's a lot going on. This is about, I will say, this is about the most tragic situation I have endured since being a content creator. It's been kind of hard balancing, dealing with real life and content. It just felt like I just pushed back from content to focus on real life. But I'm trying my best to drop more content, and that's where we're at. I'm pretty not publicly. I'm pretty sure they had to have Bortlen establish some piece of evidence. Yeah, listen. If y'all have not watched Bortlen's plea hearing, okay, please go watch it. I covered it. Law and Crime, not yeah, Law and Crime covered it. Please go watch it, because a lot of y'all are so misinformed. Because thank you, Reacts. If he has a no contest plea, he ain't even say he was there. So what pieces of evidence did he confirm? The state, we went over the actual document from the state and what they said. He hasn't even talked to them on the proffer yet. What did he confirm then? Like, I'm like, is anybody actually listening to what was on record? The state, and I'm not even talking about anything the defense said. The state said he agreed to proffer in the future, meaning it hasn't happened yet. The judge said, hey, whatever you work out later on with a proffer has no bearing on your plea. We're done here. Meaning, like, it's the proffer and the plea ain't even together. Y'all just got to listen. And I know a lot of people don't actually do trials. Obviously, a lot of the bloggers don't do trials. They like clips, and they be so misinformed. I'm like, it's everything was said during the court. I know the whole narrative now is like, and I'll say this, because I know it's stuff like what the family said this, and let me tell you, right now we dealing with our own murder within our family, right? And you can ask probably 5 of us the same question, and we're gonna have a different version of what's going on. And this real. We all could be at the same meeting, okay? And 5 of us, maybe more, are gonna have a different version of what the people told us, how the people broke it down on some real stuff. I done seen it happen already within my own family. So I would say this: just wait until it gets on record. Trust me, if Bortlen told, it's going to be confirmed through the court system, one way or the other. Whether the paperwork get requested and come out, whether at Melly hearing is put on, we're going to hear about it. So as far as me, y'all, I'm going to wait till that time happens. I'm not going off of what nobody's saying on it, because from what was said on the record by the state, he hasn't even talked to them yet. He agreed to sit down, and we don't even know. Again, we don't know what he's gonna say when he do, if he does it. So that's just that. But again, y'all know in our culture it's easy to say somebody snitching, but until like this case, we not already heard him say that he ain't even talked to him. Now, if it comes out that he is, then hell, we'll talk about it and be like, all right, boom. But like right now, it's just like we ain't even heard that yet. All right, so what else we got? I'll be in federal court tomorrow because, like I said, right now I am covering the man that we feel killed my cousin. again, he hasn't been officially charged yet, so I have to say it like that. He'll be in federal court, and I'm going to his hearing tomorrow. So I may do content on him tomorrow. I don't know, but I'm going to his court for sure tomorrow. Y'all know, if y'all didn't catch my last live, I got in a wreck the day they found my cousin. So last Friday, I got in a wreck. So I have to go see the doctor tomorrow on that. So I'm gonna try my best to do some content, maybe later today. But it's been a lot going on, so. But I'll try my best to get something done. It's gonna be a busy tomorrow. Definitely gonna be busy. How do you think the appeal court will rule? Chance of throwing all warrants out if they were flawed? I mean, me personally, I would think they would just withhold Judge Murphy's ruling. But just rewind a little bit, because I already said it, I'll briefly say it again quickly. I don't feel like the state ever really gave a damn about the warrants. I think it was a ploy to get more time. For what y'all said her name, Buckaloo, for Buckaloo to do what she got to do. When her time was denied, then all of a sudden they needed the warrants back. So that's just my little one to about it. I think it's all a ploy. But all right, y'all, I need to get up out of here. I do appreciate y'all for pulling up. Sorry for the bootlegness, okay? But we got the audio done, okay? Y'all make sure y'all rewind. For those who was not here in the beginning, I will clip it down and make it a video and momentarily. And boom, there go I'm right on time. My alarm just went off. So y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to pull up on your girl, Make the Truth. I'll holler at y'all.
This is the weakest. Give a fuck about what they scream.
Holla!
Shout out Mickey. Mickey, you gonna be big. Like,
yeah,
I'm
trying to conquer the world, coming from where I come from. Hey, this your girl, Mickey Truth, #1 blogger in South Carolina. #1 blogger in South Carolina. Hold on, wait, before I go, y'all make sure y'all tap in with me to book your slot. A lot of y'all be hitting me up on Instagram and the email wanting to just talk about content, whether you're an up-and-coming content creator or somebody just got questions about cases or whatever. Book your consultation with me now. The information is on the screen. Hey, make sure you get your slot, because my slots be filling up fast.
What's up, Truth Team? I am here, okay? Back to get a touch of love. Yes, I'm at Touch of Love Massage Shop, okay? Now listen, I've been getting my massages through Touch of Love for years, even before it was a shop to come to. But let me show you around, and then I got to get ready because I'm feeling a little tense. And let me tell you, if you work in like call centers, streamers, YouTubers, sitting at that desk all the time, you definitely need to be tapping in to get your massage. So let's take a tour.
So it was located in a nice business building. The suite was set up real comfortably. It was like to the back, and the candles was burning. The aromatherapy was definitely there. Okay, so I had to get undressed, and I'm like, yo, I gotta get all the way undressed. But anyway, like I said, being getting massages, Nakia is awesome at what she does, and let me tell y'all, them hands are blessed, okay? I got the full body massage, including, okay, the hot stones. And when I say that hour went so fast, I even went to sleep. And I always go to sleep during massage for some reason. But yeah, definitely needed that, because y'all know I had a night ahead of me, okay?
Hey guys, I'm Nakia. I am the owner-operator of Touch of Love Massage Services. I always start with people. I start with the information of what massage is. So massage is the manipulation of muscles. Exercise is the manipulation of muscles. The only difference is we are manually using our hands to do those activities. So a lot of people look at massage as a luxury when really it's a health necessity. So I'm more on the medical side of things. So if you're experiencing any pain of any sort, muscles is 90% of pain, so I would recommend you to come and get a massage.
How can they follow you?
I do have my business page, Touch of Love Massage Services, on Instagram. I have Touch of Love Massage Services on Facebook, and if you want to set an appointment with me, you can look me up on Setmore. It's an app platform online where you can book appointments.
Hey, there you have it. And y'all, I feel like a new woman. But now it's time to parties. I'll catch y'all on the next one.